All right, so good morning, everybody. Um, so what I'm going to do is give some other exercises in case, lying on the floor on your stomach is too early. I have my handy bench here for a couple of things. And it would be really great today if you have a chair handy. This bench is a little low, but I am going to demo on it. But ideally a hard bench or sorry, a hard chair or something you can feel your sits bones better. So just take a few steps in place and close your eyes for a moment. Or just keep your eyes gently open. And some nice deep breaths. Just let the air come in through the nose, the oxygen filling up the lungs. Think of it as a big oval circle-ish kind of shape, filling up the back of your rib cage and down on top of your abdominals, coming up and out of your mouth or out of your nose. Nice deep breaths. Let whatever thoughts are coming through your mind just kind of slide on through. Just feel where the weight is on your feet, how it's meeting, how the feet are meeting the floor, how the floor is meeting your feet. Nice deep breath in. Another couple breaths. And then just let yourself hang over from the hip joints, whether your eyes are closed or not. I suggest not bending over if it hurts too much. That would be your test. If it feels good and you can do this, keep your legs straight because that's going to give you the second read a little bit more, which we'll do at the end of the class, a little bit more accurately. Let your head drop, shake your head out. Good. And then just come up into standing. And what we're going to do is hand leg opposite block right off the bat. If that is not a good one for you, go ahead into static back. You guys know hand leg opposite. I know you know how to do it. Static back is this way. And you will be here for about 5 minutes relaxing. Okay. So hand leg opposite. And I'm starting this way because it's actually how I start my own personal menu. And the other day it occurred to me that maybe others would enjoy this because sometimes that's how your menu is put together. Okay, is starting in certain positions, not always standing. Okay, so forehead's on the ground. Your arm is positioned so that your shoulder joint is sort of at the most optimal openness in the chest, right? So maybe even the elbows bent, or the arm is right up straight, kind of right above your shoulder joint. Lengthen your body. We're going to be here about 2 minutes. I know I mentioned that already, but I like to do this modified cobra stretch as if I'm stretching my abdominals. Right in the beginning, relax. If you need a towel under your forehead, great. Nice deep breaths. And then just feel whatever pulls you might feel through your body, through the leg, the iliacus. You don't know what that is. I can show you at some point. So that pillow goes right under the knee, a little bit above the knee. I see some people kind of checking it out. And mostly under the knee gives you a pull from the top of the pelvic bone all the way down over the knee. Sometimes your foot will cramp. So if you guys are just joining, I'm starting on the stomach. Some of you could start in static back. Okay, that's where the legs are up over a chair or couch. And then bend the knee that's on that block. Okay, and just a little pressure downward with the knee bent, and then rotate that leg left to right, like your lower leg's a windshield wiper. I do keep the ankle flexed because that keeps the leg more engaged. Okay, so left to right as far as you like. Might feel some soreness in your hip joint and your glute and your sacrum, maybe lower back. Okay, now switch sides. Your other arm goes on the block. That pillow or block goes under the knee. When you see you kind of looking at this.
What do you do with your head and your neck?
My forehead is on the floor, right?
Okay.
Chin is tucked. I do suggest that people don't turn your neck if you can help it, because then it pulls the muscles in a different way under that shoulder blade. You have the block, the arm on that block, that shoulder blade is then influenced, not really in a straight way. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, but I just suggest it because both sides, forehead on the ground, tuck the chin. And, just to share a little of my experience, like today, my neck is tight. So actually putting my forehead on the ground, it's pulling, but I'm just relaxing into it. Again, you can kind of position your arm where you can, where it's best. And just think of every once in a while, just lengthen your body. About 20 more seconds. Okay, bend the knee that's on the block, a little bit of pressure downward. Rotate left to right with the ankle flexed. Sometimes that block will slip out. You can just do this on the floor too if you don't want to pull it back up. Good. Okay, so now take the block that was under your knee, and maybe some of you can join us that are in the static back, or you could do reverse presses, pullovers, but we're going to do a floor block, 3 positions. Okay, so either the block is, it's not kind of out of sight here. The block just a little bit wider than the shoulder joints. You're going to do that grip with the ends of your fingers, flat palms, foreheads down. Turn your arms out. 1 minute here, and we'll do the next couple positions, Y and T. I'm going to tip this down so it's like this. And you can do this on low blocks, high blocks, or no blocks. You can actually do this on the floor. You do not have to have blocks. You want to be careful with the shoulder joints, shoulders. Relax your heels, relax your butt. Really, I press down onto the blocks or the floor a little bit so I can feel that lengthening through my arms, and it really does translate into the shoulder blades. Now bring the blocks, arms, or both out to a Y position. Re-engage your hands, push through the knuckles, rotate the arms out, relax your bum, but lengthen your body. So kind of wiggle your body a little bit longer. Again, the forehead's on the ground, tucking the chin. If you need a little towel under your forehead, just a reminder. Okay, and then bring the blocks or the arms or both out to a T position, okay? So it's straight out from the shoulder joints. Re-engage your hands, turn the arms back. Kind of press down on the block or floor a little bit. But really now engage your shoulder blades. Help the arms turn back by pulling the shoulder blades a little bit back and down. This is a static position, so just hold it, relax your butt. About 20 seconds. Give it a really good, strong turning back with the arms, pulling the shoulder blades back and down. Okay, relax out of that. Let's go over on your back. So we're going to take your right ankle, okay, put it over the left knee. So we're going to do an assisted hip lift or a hip lift. I'm going to do a hip lift. Assisted means the foot's on the floor. You're just pressing that right knee away from your chest. Okay, lengthen your back. A hip lift, you pull the foot off the floor while you push your knee away. And on this one, it's using no arms, okay? So don't use your hands to press the knee away or hold your leg. You want to use the strength of the muscles in your pelvis and hips all the way around, thigh, abdominals. And again, if this knee does not press out, don't take your foot off the floor. It's really not that helpful. There is one adaptation that somebody came up with in class one time, is to put the block under their foot. And that did bring the leg up higher without compromising the position of the right femur. Okay, so I'll explain that in a second. Push the knee away, pull the thigh towards you. It's a push me, pull you exercise. Push, pull. Okay, bring that foot down, switch sides. So now my left ankle goes on the right knee. Press that left knee away. Either hold that just like this or pull the right foot off the floor. So I'm pushing my left knee away. So little explanation. If the knee, the left knee in this case, whichever side, the knee is like practically in your chest and you're trying to lift your right foot off the floor, what it does is it pushes that femur head on the left side in a very compromising position to your sacrum and your lower back. So especially hip degeneration, I really avoid doing that. It doesn't help usually. But I almost always say usually. In general, push, pull. About 5 more seconds. And then we're going to go into a static wall. So you're going to need a wall or the back of a chair. Okay, good. Relax out of that. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. And so you're going to be against the wall or close to the wall. All right. And what that means is you're going to be on your back, legs go up the wall. You do not have to be all the way to the wall. And in fact, I'm sorry, the light's going to bad when the camera is towards that window, but it'll just have to do for about 2 minutes here. So the legs are gonna go straight up the wall. I'm flexing the ankles. Toes are pulling, that means toes come back towards your kneecaps. Pull the outside of your foot back as much as the inside. Tighten the thighs. Now, if the thighs do not tighten, move back away from the wall. It's really important because that's pretty much the point of this exercise. You want to engage the thighs all the way over the kneecap to the bottom of the foot. Okay, so everything is connecting here. And then try to make the bottom of your foot kind of flat, meaning you're not pulling the big toe down more than a little pinky side. Now, I want you to go wide with your legs if you can, but only to the point where you are not, okay, so you might feel a pull on the inside of the legs, just back off of that a little bit, okay, so that you're really focused on the tight thighs. Okay, so while you're here in this position, you can do some pullovers. So keeping the thighs tight. If you don't have room to put your legs out wide, just keep the, excuse me, just keep the legs up straight. Good. A bunch of pullovers, and then let your arms drop out to the side. Now keep the thighs tight, rotate the leg out. Whoops, I'm gonna dump my little man over. Okay, in and out. I push my heels into the wall so I can really feel that pull right down my legs into the groin, into the pelvis. Keep the foot lined up with the front of your kneecap. And as you turn your hip joint, you turn your thigh, your foot's just following it. So it comes from the hip joint, not your foot. In and out, in and out. Okay, so now bring your feet together into a frog on the wall, okay? So the feet come together. If you're away from the wall, move up to the wall at this point. Push the feet together, press the knees away or towards the wall. Get a nice big stretch there. You're, again, not using your hands. You can wiggle back and forth, just press. Reach your arms over your head. Okay, great. Go ahead, come on out of this, roll out of this. I'm gonna put the camera back in place, and then you're gonna go on your hands and knees. Okay, so we're gonna do a static extension position. And what that looks like is you start in the cat and dog position. I'm gonna tuck my shirts in here. And so you're in that squared up position. And move the hands forward 1 hand length, okay? So there's a little slide forward of the hands. So I'm gonna lean forward to now position the shoulder over the wrists again. And my hip joint is now about 6 inches in front of my knees. Keep the arms straight, press the shoulder blades together, let your head drop. Okay, so as you're doing this one, really keep the arms straight. Some of you have more mobility in the elbow joints. So what you're gonna do is just keep the arms straight so you're not rotating too far. You guys know who you are saying that. Press your shoulder blades together and pull the shoulder blades down a little bit. Let your head drop. Okay, so I wanna only let my lower back arch as much as my shoulder blades come together. And the big thing here is drop your head. Really drop the head. I'm gonna go another 40 seconds. Press those shoulder blades together. Let your abs go. Okay, just let them go. Shake the head out. "15 seconds. Good. Okay, relax out of that. Bring your arms over your head, so your forehead, you're bowing, you're doing that extended child's pose. Forehead goes on the ground. I think it's more like, this should be renamed. It's more like a dog bowing, cat bowing, animal bowing exercise. So you're really reaching your arms kind of wide from the shoulder joints. You can bend your elbows if you like and put your forehead on the ground. If that is better on the shoulders. I'm gonna just do this long pressing trying to pull the shoulders, trying to pull the chest towards your knees. Good. Very nice. Okay, come into a seated position. So I'm gonna move again the camera. You're gonna take your strap. Okay, so the strap goes up over both knees. Or over both feet to above both knees. Again, this cushion's a little low, in my opinion. I like to have a chair, but I'm not going to move around much more. So you're going to tighten the strap so that you're about a fist width apart in the knees. Okay. So sit on the edge of the chair if you can. Some of you, sitting up tall is good enough. You don't have to be on the edge. Okay, so you're going to press out against the strap, sitting up really tall, roll the pelvis forward to create kind of an arch in your low back. And then really think of your spine lengthening. I have too many layers on. Okay, so press out on that strap, keep that long back, hips, pelvis is rotated forward, press and release against the strap. So what should happen here is as you press and release, not too fast, you want to get that work to go right up to the glutes. So you're going to press, release, press, release, press, and release. Press, release. Push out, release. We want to get those glutes fired up. Everything working. Press and release. Press, release. Feet are nice and straight. Okay, 2 more. Push, release, push, hold. Okay. Golfer's grip or karate chop position with your hands. The knuckles, first and second go right at the temple. Rotate your knuckles on the temples so that your elbows are right in front of your chest. You're pulling back and forward, back and forward. Just like this. Back and forth, elbow curls. You guys should be probably burning in the legs right about now, right up into the glutes, rotating front to back, front to back. Okay, nice. Let the arms drop. And then you can interlace your hands or keep your arms wide, okay? So I'm gonna keep my arms wide for now, like I'm holding a huge beach ball, and you're gonna bring your arms up over your head. So you're pushing out on the strap, arms go up over the head, or if it needs to be, like the arms need to be here because your elbows bend or it's a lot of stress on the shoulder joint, don't push it too far if that is the case. Right up, really lengthening, pushing that globe, that ball right up towards the ceiling. And then now bring your arms down to the side, scrunch the ends of your fingers, okay, and rotate forward. So arm circles, pressing out on the strap the whole time. So there should be lots of work in those legs, into the glutes, rotating forward. Again, the shoulder blades doing the work. It's good if you go a little bit quick because you want the rotator cuff muscles to grab around the arm, the humerus, that's the upper arm bone, and get those muscles to really move in your upper back. Okay, flip the palms up, go back up and over. Using the shoulder joints. That's great. Okay, relax out of that. Let's take the strap off and come into standing, and we're going to do a chest opener. So I'm going to bring the camera right over with me. Gonna stand sideways to the wall. So your arm goes straight out on the wall and you're gonna rotate front to back, just the arm. See that? Front to back. So I'm gonna position this so it's away from me and you can see how I'm standing. Okay, so the arm, if I just move out of the way a little, I'm gonna be sideways to the wall, not leaning in like with my legs way out or anything. Just rotate front to back. So I'm pushing my hand into the wall and just rotating the arm, okay? Okay, switch sides. T'other side. Front to back. You guys having fun yet? Really pushing the hands into the wall. Hand, I mean. Keep going. Okay, and then switch sides again. Like that. There we go. And you're just rotating where the arm can do that work properly. Okay, and then switch again, one more time. Some of you may feel some tingling or even some burning down the arm. That's fairly normal for some in the beginning. I know it was for me, for sure. Okay, good. Now stand against the wall. Okay, and I'm gonna come a little closer, but I'm just gonna stand here for 1 sec. So you're gonna have your arms draped or just down by your side, turn the palms forward, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Okay, now squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. So you're sliding your shoulder blades down the wall, okay? Using the mid back, not your neck. Okay, so I want you to just hold this for a moment, okay? Like you're crushing a walnut. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And now slide your shoulder blades up and down the wall. Again, holding the walnut. So if I come close, you can see my shoulder blades are just going up and down, just against the wall. All I want to do is sand the wall with my shoulder blades. The backs of your triceps, the backs of your arms are going to be against the wall, okay? So just slide up and down. Some of you, that may not be the case if your head, right, your neck is more forward. This is what we're working on slowly but surely, is getting that upper back really functionally mobile, okay? And the shoulder blades to work together. It should get tiring in the mid back. I do not let the shoulder blades come apart. So I'm squeezing the entire time, sanding the wall with the shoulder blades, backs of the arms. Okay. Perfect. Okay, relax out of that, shake it out. And then let's do some anatomy in motion. So we're going to take that right foot back and forth, staying on the right. So here's what it looks like. Oh, you can just watch my feet. Okay, step back on the right, reach to the left, step forward. So my upper body is nice and straight as I go back and forth. So I'm stepping back on the right, reaching to the left ankle's flexed. The other way to think of it is you're stepping away from that left ankle that's flexed and really grounded into the floor. That heel is really grounded. Nice, and a nice stretch down the back of that left hamstring. We're moving the pelvis, kind of mimicking some of the movement of the pelvis. Okay, one more. Now the other side, stepping back on the left, reaching to the right, or whichever leg you're doing. Okay, back and forth. Keeping the neck nice and relaxed and straight. Okay, back and forth. Reaching to that right ankle. Step back on the left, reach to the right. Back back and forth. Okay, one more. Okay, and now I'm gonna turn my back to you. So I'm gonna step out to the left, turning to the right, okay? Stepping back in, out to the left, turning to the right, step back in. So my right ankle stays flexed, pressing that heel into the ground.
Jen,
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
happening? What's happening with the stomach muscles, the abdomen?
Oh, you do not hold it in, okay? I mean, that's, what do you, can we talk about that afterwards? Like, I'm kind of confused because how would you be using your abdominal muscles? Does it feel unbalanced? Do you know what I mean?
It feels good to tighten them when you go back.
You mean so tucking your butt under?
No, tighten your abs.
Well, I know, but to tighten your abs, you have to tuck your butt under.
Oh, we don't want that.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll talk, okay, switch sides. That's an interesting one. I have to think about it, Karen, because I'm actually not sure how to answer that right now. Yeah, because I probably use my abs more automatically, I've realized, than other people do. So I'm going to the other side in case you didn't notice, guys. But if I go over here, just hold it for a second. I'm not gonna pull my abs in. No, okay, that's a no. One more. Now, test the hangover again. It's gonna be an interesting recording. Wiggle your tail, see if how that feels. And then let's go down on the floor. Okay, so you're gonna take the block between your knees. You guys that joined, just so you know, you're being recorded. So, surprise. Now, arms are out to the side, palms up. Squeeze, release that block. Just squeeze and release. So you're just squeezing and releasing. I put my block here. If you have a yoga block, it's going to go this direction, medium, because it's smaller. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Now in this one, keep the abs out of it. Sorry, Karen, for now. And you're going to squeeze, release the block, just using your leg muscles. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Okay, now hold the block tight, pull the feet off the floor into a tabletop, okay? I'm gonna flex my ankles, arms are out to the side, okay, palms up. Let your knees go one way, okay? So they're gonna drop one way and then the other. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, so this one automatically in tabletop, when you're rotating your legs, your abdominals have to grab. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're relaxed in your upper body as you do this. Nice deep breaths. And only go over as far as you can control it. Okay, one more. Good. And then bring your feet back onto the floor. Interlace your hands under your head. I'm going to turn my head towards you so you can see. And really clasp your hands on your head. So you're supporting your head and your neck. Okay, pull the elbows back. Keep the squashing of the block. And then straight up, hold it up here. Okay, so here's something that's interesting. If you bring your eyes looking back behind you while you do this, pull on the bottom of your neck with your thumbs, okay? Look back behind you, and it should help you engage with your abs way down low, and then come back down, up and down. I'm collaborating somewhat with a physical therapist that I just love, and so I was showing her this with the eyes back, and she was definitely affirming to me that you can the idea is if you look back behind your head, pulling your elbows back, you can engage your abdominals in a more lengthened position, okay? If you bring your eyes towards your knees, your neck will tend to curve in, your chin will curve in, okay? So that kind of shuts off that connection. So look back behind you, over your head, up, down, up, down. So we're gonna go for 15 from here on out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys that need to adapt this in a certain way, you know who you are. 8, 9, squeeze a block. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, relax for just a moment. And then turn, what am I trying to say? Bend left to right. Left to right, if you can, keeping your elbows on the ground. So just getting a little stretch through that upper back movement, lengthening. Good. Okay, come to a straight position again. And then diagonal. So we're going to bring the left shoulder, sorry, the right shoulder towards the left knee, lengthening the back. Look back behind you. 1. And then to the other side. 1. There's left, right, there's 2. Left, right, 3. 1, done. 4. Left, right, 5. Left, right, 6. Left, right, 7. Left, right, 8. Left, right, 9. Left, right, 10. Left, right, 11. Left, we're going to 20. Right, 12. Left, right, 13. Right, 14. Left, right, 15. Left, right, 16. Left, right, 17. Left, right, 18. Left, right, 19. Left, right, 20. Okay, relax your arms out from under, or your hands out from underneath your forehead. Arms are out to the side, palms up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down, squeeze a block. Okay, release the shoulders, release the block. So squeeze, block, squeeze the shoulder blades, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. You get the idea, right? Here, let's go for 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. Take the block out. Okay. Feet are hip width apart. Bring your bum right up off the ground. Keep it up there. So we're doing a bridge. Just keep your butt up off the floor. Keep it there. And now roll back down. Good. And then roll back up. And back down. Keep all the toe pads on the ground. Up and down. Up, down, up and down. And now come up, squeeze your glutes a little extra hard, release the glutes, come on down. Now come up, hold it up. You're going to stand on your left foot, kick your right foot out, leg out, excuse me, keeping the right leg parallel to the left knee. Do not push it up way high. Keep it parallel, switch. Okay, switch. So push up into that, from that foot, keep it there, switch. Push up through the foot, switch, keep the ankle flex on the other side, switch. Boom. Back and forth, one more on each side. And here you go. Okay, bring your bum down, cross the right ankle on the left knee, bring your hips up off the floor again. Push that right knee down. Bring their bum down again, switch legs. So now my left ankle's on the right knee, lift my You're gonna lift your butt up, your hips off the floor, push the left knee away. And back down. Beautiful. Okay, now take the strap. The strap's gonna go over, the loop is gonna go over the right ball of your foot. Drop that right leg down so it's equal to the bent left knee. Flex that right ankle, spread the toes. Okay, bring the leg up a little bit higher, keeping the ankle flexed. Rotate the leg out and in. So you're rotating all the way from the hip joint up to the bottom of your foot or to the bottom of your foot. It's like you're unscrewing the hip joint in and out, in and out. Just rotate like you're trying to make a half circle on the ceiling. Okay, now come to a standstill with that. Point and flex against the strap. Point and flex. Point and flex. Really kind of articulate the toes by spreading them. Point and flex. Point and flex. Okay, now flex the ankle, drop the leg straight down to the floor, rotate it out. So you're doing the big circles. Rotate out. Keeping the leg straight the whole time. Okay, now the other direction. Big circle. Good. Okay, switch feet. Okay, now my right knee is bent. Drop the left leg down so it's equal to the bent right knee. Spread the toes. Bring your leg up a little higher, but keep the ankle flexed, leg straight. Hold that for a moment. Just spread the toes, articulate those toes, push through the heel, rotate the leg in and out. Rotate that leg in and out. In and out. It's like unscrewing the joint, feeling where it's tight up in the hip joint, maybe in your lower back even. Okay, come to a standstill with that. And then point and flex against the strap. Point and flex. Okay, nice. Now flex the ankle, drop the leg straight down and then rotate out in a big circle. Big circle. And now go the other direction. Most excellent. Okay, take the strap off. You're going to go back onto your stomach. Okay, let's just check the time real quick. Okay, good. Okay, so you're on your stomach. You're going to reach your arms up over your head. So you're going to nice lengthening through your body. We're going to do Superman sort of dynamically, as many of you know. So reach your arms, nice deep breath, lift your arms and legs up, or just one or the other. Okay, and that's a big breath in. So now exhale as the elbows come to your side. Inhale again as the arms go out to the side. You're flying over the bay or the mountain. And then exhale again as the elbows come in, diving pelican. Arms come over the head. Inhale again. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale as the elbows come in. Inhale again as your arms go out to the side. Exhale again as the elbows come in. Inhale as the arms go over your head, and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Arms go out to the side. Inhale. And exhale again. Inhale as the arms come over the head, and exhale down. Beautiful. Bring your hands under your forehead, bend the knees, pull the knees really wide, put the soles of your feet together, press and release the soles of your feet, press and release. press, release. So as your feet press, the legs activate right to the glutes. Press, release. Press and release. Press and release. Okay, one more press, release, pull the knees right together, but keep the ankles flexed and the knees bent. Rotate the legs away from each other. So you're like a big wishbone, and then come back together with your feet. So out and in, out and in, out with the wishbone, out, in. So be really controlled with this, because some of you might have really tight glutes. If your knees are sliding apart, push the knees back together, out and in. There you go, Penny. Just happened to see your legs there. So because the knees, in fact, squeeze your knees together. That will change it, how you feel it. So if I push my knees on purpose, like really push them. Okay, good. Drop the legs down. Now into a plank. So I want to get ready for this with the timer tucked in shirt in this case, so you can really see. Okay, my arms are straight, my forearms are straight. I'm going to open up my hands even. Now press the arms into the floor to bring your butt off the floor, your pelvis. If you're just going to do it off the knees, that is absolutely fine. But it gets locked out of the way here. Sorry, made things all over the place. Okay, so I'm pushing through my arms. I'm on my knees. If I'm here, I'm going to drop my chest. Okay, and act like my back, I'm standing up instead of rounded over. Okay, now if you're going to do it off your toes, tight thighs, keep the thighs tight, drop the chest. Now here's one where the abdominal question is going to come in. So most people do it rounded over in their back. I do not. You can do that, but I'm going to encourage you to get some length through your spine. For you guys that know this, when you rotate your forearms out to pull the shoulder blades together and down, lengthen through the spine. Again, you can do this off your knees. Okay, you don't have to. I'm just demonstrating off the toes. I'm going to go another 5 seconds. And relax. Okay, let's go over on the right side. So you're going to do the side plank. You can do either both knees bent or just the bottom with the leg off, out to the front, or both legs stacked and one leg out to the front, or both legs stacked. That's a lot of directions in a very short time. Go. So I'm going to do straight up. So again, you can have this front leg, or the top leg, sorry, could be out in the front or staying stacked. Lengthen through the whole body. Don't be bent over like a banana. Okay, so you're really trying to get everything stacked here. Just gonna go 30 seconds. Tight thighs if your legs are straight. Okay, drop down, other side. Excuse me. But it's nothing like a wool rug to be moving around. It tends to, amazing. Okay, straight up. That's a frog in my throat. Again, your top leg could be out to the front, where you can teach yourself to stack the ankles without your bones hurting you. Nice and tall. So I always think of these exercises as being light on your joints, okay? So I'm pressing through my elbow, but I don't have a ton of pressure just there. It's like distributed through the whole body. Okay, drop down. Well, that was a quick 30 seconds. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Upper spinal floor twist. So curl you're gonna start on I'm gonna start on my left side. Make your pelvis and your head lined up over each other, okay? If you need to put a pillow under your head, go for it. Knees are bent. Now, on this one, I'm gonna take my left hand, grab the top knee. Okay, so watch your hand as you open the arm to the back. Some of you may need to bend your elbow, but I'm gonna demonstrate it with my hand open and my arm lengthened at a Y position. Wiggle your fingers. And now, if you cannot see your hand all of a sudden, don't twist any further, okay? So I want you to only twist as much as you can see your hand the whole time. Nice deep breaths, wiggle the fingers. You can even rotate your wrists around in each direction, or your wrist, singular. So I'm turning, I'm twisting, but I'm not losing sight of my hand. Kneecaps stay together. Sometimes it helps if you pull your knees up a little higher. Because most people actually don't start at right angles. They have their knees too far down. Nice deep breaths. Now take that arm or the bent elbow position and rotate the arm around in a big, nice big circle. Being really aware of how your arm is staying in the socket. Okay, and now go the other direction. Big sweeping, like it's a clock arm, goes over your hip, your head, your chest. Okay, now drop the arm back again, or the elbow, and just see if you have some more reach here, and you can still see your hand. Good. Now close the hands back together. Reach the top hand past the bottom. Switch sides. Okay. Start all in line. Make sure your knees are up high enough. Grab the knees with your right hand or your hand that's on the floor. And now watch your arm as it opens up. Wiggle the fingers, rotate the wrist around, wiggle the fingers, look at your hand, keep the knees together. Nice deep breaths. Wiggle the fingers. Make sure you can still see your hand or your elbow if you guys are bending your elbow. What I mean by that is you're touching your hand to your shoulder joint so that you don't have a huge lever arm way out there. Now rotate the arm around in a big circle. Big circle. And now the other direction. Oh yeah. Or just the elbow you're rotating. Good, now let the arm drop back again. Notice if you have more reach back without the knees coming apart. Nice deep breath. Bring the hands back together. Reach the top hand past the bottom. Let's go over on your hands and knees. And come on, okay? So cats and dogs. So up or raccoon is the other name, and sway back horse, pushing the shoulder blades together. Up and down. Up and down. Back and forth. Oh yeah. Keep those arms straight and really articulate your shoulder blades together and apart rather than the lower back arch, okay? Or the head flinging up. You want to really respect your lower back and neck here. Okay, awesome. Now come to a standstill, hand like opposite lifts or bird dog. So nice long reaches, dropping the chest around the standing arm, and then switch. There's one. Back and forth. One, there's two. One side, then the other, three. Okay, switch, switch, four, switch, switch, 5, switch, switch, 6, switch, switch, 7, switch, switch, 8. That's great. Now, I just want to test something again. I think, I'm not sure everybody did this in the beginning of class because some people join later, but bring your hands forward a little bit. Lean forward again. So static extension position. Push the shoulder blades together. Let the head drop. Let's just see if it's a little easier, harder, the same. Okay, just shake that head out. Push the shoulder blades together and down, like slide them down towards your back pockets. Okay, good. Come on out of that. Let's do an air bench. It's air bench time or sitting knee pillow squeeze or any of the above. Okay. Hope you guys are feeling great. Okay. Here we go. Straight down. Press your heels into the floor. The knees and the ankles should be stacked over each other. Some of you might be doing sitting knee pillow squeezes or a squat or any other one like that. So flatten the lower back. You can come way down into like completely right angles. I'm going to just read a little bit out of Pain Free. Okay, hey, this is perfect. Open straight up to it, Karen. I hope you're still here. Stomach trouble. I think they meant abdominal. So everybody wants a flat stomach, but the worst way to get one is to deliberately contract your abdominal muscles. This holds your ribs and spine in flexion. I will demonstrate that in a second, preventing them from achieving neutral positions. Healthy abdominals are intended to work as back stabilizers, not prime movers. That is a really good way to put it. I'd forgotten that one. Relax your abdominals and flatten them with diet and exercise. But I know some people are talking about pain. However, I've gone around and around in circles with some people when because I've done therapy with people for 20 years, right? So they come in, they've got the whole contraction of the abs, but it's not in conjunction with stabilizing hips and upper back, okay? That is key. So once you do that, then contracting your abs isn't as compensating as it otherwise can be. So, and there's a lot of good physical therapists around here that really, really recognize that. There's some that don't. It's just one of those things that's gone through the culture. I've talked about this forever. There's 2 minutes. Oh my God. Come on out of that. Let's do the hangover test again. Let's just see how you're feeling with all this. Is that better? Worse or the same?